Hey there, welcome to the latest episode of the Sexy Thyroid Solution. I'm your host, Angela Brown. So today I want to talk all about 3 myths about dealing with a slow thyroid. But first, if you could do me a really big favor, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and then hit the bell so you get a notification every time I release a new video each week. And then if you're watching this on my other social channels, go ahead and share this with someone who could benefit from this. So let's talk all about some myths that I want to bust here. So it's super common to go on the internet and look at, there's a lot of misinformation out there about dealing with thyroid. Definitely a lot of misinformation when you are dealing with a slow thyroid. So the women I work with have Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism, and the majority of them have come to me because they are super frustrated and tired of trying to figure out all the things that are affecting their thyroid and all the misinformation that's out there, and not knowing what to trust and not knowing what to actually abide by. So what I want to talk about are 3 of my top ones that I have found should be addressed. So first and foremost, a lot of my clients have been told that once you are on thyroid medication, you're going to be on it forever. That is definitely not the case. Now, I will say the majority of the women that I see, they still are on thyroid medication once they have started it. But that is never a permanent thing. Could it be? Absolutely. But do not for 1 second think that if you start thyroid medication, you're kind of screwed for the rest of your life. Unfortunately, some doctors will actually tell you that once you start it, you're on it forever. That can definitely happen, but it is not the case 100% of the time where you're always going to be on it forever. Especially if you start uncovering what is actually slowing your thyroid, you may not need the medication forever then. So the other myth, number 2, that I wanted to talk about is that you can only correct a slow thyroid with medication. That is definitely not the case. So I work with a ton of women as well who never even are on thyroid medication, and some that actually can go off thyroid medication. But when you're dealing with a slow thyroid, there's a lot of things to uncover as to why it's slow. Medication for so many women is just a Band-Aid. I personally have to take medication. Unfortunately, I might be on at least a little low dose for quite a while still, because my care was so mismanaged for like 15 years. But my dose is minuscule, and I'm hoping someday I can definitely go off of it. But my point of this is that you do not necessarily need to be on medication to correct thyroid health. There's a lot of things that we uncover: mineral imbalance, gut health, sleep, stress, sex hormones, metals. All those things can drastically affect what is going on with your thyroid. So when you start uncovering what's going on there, medication may not necessarily be needed. So don't ever think that you have to be on medication to correct your thyroid. That is definitely not the case. And then number 3 that I want to talk about are lifestyle factors. So I've worked with several women who doctor has told them, doesn't matter what you eat, doesn't matter how you live, doesn't matter how you sleep, your lifestyle factors do not affect what is going on with your thyroid. Take your medication. That is definitely not true either. So there are so many lifestyle factors that can play into what's going on with your thyroid. One of the bigger factors is what you're eating. If you're eating a lot of gluten, soy, sugar, inflammatory foods, that is definitely going to throw your thyroid off and slow it down. With or without a diagnosis of hypothyroidism, you are going to slow your thyroid down. So I would be very careful with things like inflammatory foods. Make sure you're getting your sleep, address stress. Those things all play a huge role in what's going on with your thyroid. So definitely work on those things as well. So let me know too, what kind of things do you work on for your thyroid? I would love to know.